So this is a recap for live stream 323, and today it was somewhat challenging, as it always is. We came into the market, we looked at the overall state of play. We had NQ within a range of 164.25 points. We had ES 3450 and gold around 60.2 by the time we got to the market. We'll have a look at gold because it certainly proved itself challenging today. So came into the market, had the market already selling off by a fair bit. Came into the market, went short, had to get out, got a counter signal, went short again, took it off there, went short again, had to take it off. So as you can see, I was taking a series of short trades in alignment with the earlier trend in the market, but the market was retracing back to the upside. So this was very frustrating as I continued to draw down on gold. Eventually, out of frustration, I took this trade here. That's the reason I marked it as revenge. Took this trade long. It went on to hit the design target over here. Went short in alignment with the strategy. Managed to take profit. Went short again. Took profit. Thought about extending a target, but I didn't want to do that because of all the difficulties I had. So took profits, fortunately, as the market turned around very aggressively and then went to the upside. So series of winning trades there. And after prices broke through these highs with the amount of volatility, the amount of volume I was seeing at the lower end of the chart here, decided to just stay away from gold there at that point. I thought I've done enough on gold. So we'll have a look at ES. Over on ES, equally as challenging as gold. Now on ES, we can see here we're trading a range. By the time I got to the market, decided to trade within the range. Normally I like to trade outside of the range, but decided to trade in the range as we're at the lower end of the range. So I went long, managed to take profits. Yeah, managed to take profits there. I believe did I go long again? No, I did not. So I managed to go long, took profits. Over here, I actually went, I see. So what I thought was still trading inside the range. I thought, well, we've got this where we've broken below these lows, immediately got bought back up, came back. I thought this was a higher low, so we had a low. That's the reason I've got number one there. Number two, higher low, took a similar trade over on NQ. Thought I could see the move back up through at least the 84.25, possibly testing the highs. So went long, prices turned around, started to come down, I believe. And I took it off early. Took the trade off early because it wasn't going in my favor. Then I decided, well, it's not part of the plan, is it? So I decided to, quote unquote, follow the plan and got back in for a full stop out. So price came down and I was stopped out for, it was between these two trades, a fairly big loss between the two trades, which is essentially just one trade. Price came down, came into these lows, saw the buying came in, decided to go short, and it actually hit where I placed my take profit. And that was it for ES. There's something similar over on. So let's have a look at the NQ. And it seems to be that I am pretty good at reading NQ in recent days. So again, coming to the market in a range, 164.25 points high to low. Went long as we came into towards the lower end of the range, possibly looking at an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. So, which is supposedly bullish. So looked at this possible head and shoulders pattern. Didn't notice it at the time, but in hindsight can see it. Went long, price came into lows, put in a higher low here in reference. Went long, target was hit. Prices came up, broke these highs, of course, came back inside the range. Went long again. This was before this range was built out. I believe I took profits. I believe I took profits there for a break even. And after prices came back, similar to the ES trade, it was pretty much identical. Prices returned after retesting a lower level. Now over on NQ, we didn't test as low as over on ES. So again, went short, took profits, and that was it. That was pretty much it for me and NQ. You can see, drew out this box here because I noticed this consolidation suggesting possibly high volume point of control from the volume profile in the session. And as we can see here, price have returned to that level, found selling. What we'll do is we'll look briefly on the trades taken. So we can see there, picked up 18, 8. These are just commissions, 7. That bigger loss on ES right there. Not great. That bigger loss on ES. Of course, we have had a series of gains. And we'll go to near the start of the day when we're having issues. So in the start of the day, took a break-even trade. And what was on? What was our break-even trade? There's a break-even trade on ES. Small gain on ES. Larger gain on NQ. But this is a period where I was taking a series of losing trades over on gold as the market continued to retrace to the upside. This trade right here was me re-entering after getting out early. Decided to follow the plan and ended up losing an extra 4. Those are pretty much the trades, and we'll look over at our trade performance. So on the trade performance, we can see here I took a total of 15 trades, 3 on NQ, 5 on ES, and 7 on gold. So I was really in a battle with gold, especially as the market retraced to the upside after the big sell-off. We can see total P&L picking up today, 43,750. Not too bad. Not bad at all. We picked up the majority of our gains on NQ, looking at 55. Accuracy, 100%. 3 trades, 3 winners over on NQ. Difficulty on ES, of course. We managed to pick up 3,750, not too bad, especially after taking a bigger loss. And we're negative on gold again. I abandoned trading gold after price seemed to be reversing. I didn't have a good feel for the market as the market was trading back inside the earlier range. Didn't have a good feel for it, so decided to leave it alone and accept the loss on the day. Over on gold, of course. So on ES, we had an accuracy of 80%, 4 winners, 1 loser. Now we're going to have to talk about this. And over on gold, we had 3 winners, 4 losers for 43%. Now the average win on gold is bigger than the average loss, which is something we like to see, good accuracy and the average win being bigger than average loss. This is problematic over here on our friends at ES. The average win being a fraction of the size of the average loss. So this is not great. This is not great metrics right here. That is far too small in terms of wins, and that's a little bit big for the losses. So just need to be careful there. Gotta be careful. This is a strategy that has a long tail, but gotta be careful of that we don't start to see small wins, bigger losses, because over time, when you go through a period of drawdown, this can have a dramatic effect on the account. And of course, we had 100% accuracy, so there's no average loss over on NQ. All we did was have an average win of 18,333. So that's pretty much it. Overall accuracy is 67%, 10 winning trades, 5 losing trades, and average win being 11. See, because of the trades over here on ES, bringing down the averages, the average win is smaller than the average loss overall. Not by much, but this certainly is a concern. But with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.